Jalen Hurts says the right middle finger on his throwing hand simply popped out. The gruesome injury to the Eagles quarterback was bad enough. Another loss that sent the Eagles to a 1-5 finish in the regular season was just as nasty in Philadelphia, and Hurts says he's taking the injury day by day ahead of next week's NFC wildcard playoff game against Tampa Bay. Hurts didn't wear a wrap or any kind of protective device on his finger after the Eagles lost 27-10 to the New York Giants on Sunday night. Wide receiver A.J. Brown wasn't using crutches and didn't appear to be in a brace after he left the game with an injured right knee, perhaps a positive sign the 1,000-yard receiver will be good to go against the Buccaneers. Hurts and Brown joined a growing list of injury concerns that plagued the Eagles ahead of the postseason. Eagles coach Nick Sirianni said he hoped both players would be fine, but we'll see as the week goes. With the injuries piling up and trailing 24-0 shortly before halftime, the playoff-bound Eagles pulled Hurts and key offensive line starters Jason Kelce and Lane Johnson, apparently giving up on their chance to play for an NFC East title. Early in the second half, Philadelphia announced that Brown, safety Reed Blankenship, groin, and guard backup center Cam Jurgen, were injured and would not return. Brown was hurt in the first quarter after catching a 9-yard pass from Hurts. Cornerback Nick McLeod punched the ball out of Brown's hands for a fumble, and the two went to the turf at MetLife Stadium. Micah McFadden recovered the ball for New York. Brown lay on the field for a couple of minutes, walked gingerly to the medical tent favoring his right left and then went to the Eagles' locker room. He came into the game with 105 catches for 1,447 yards and 7 touchdowns. Hurts stayed in the game despite taking a hard hit to the right middle finger on his throwing hand and needing a quick exam in the medical tent. He was rattled on an incomplete pass attempt on 4th and 3 from the Eagles' 48-yard line. The Eagles QB got his finger taped and put on a glove for some warm-up passes. He took off the glove and didn't miss a snap until he was pulled along with several other starters late in the second quarter. After he got hurt, he came back in and ripped it, Sirianni said. I haven't even talked to the trainers yet or the medical staff. So we'll see. Marcus Mariota replaced Hurts and threw an interception on his first attempt. Hurts was 7 of 16 for 55 yards and 1 interception. Philadelphia started the game without starters Devonta Smith, Darius Slay, DeAndre Swift and Fletcher Cox with their playoff seed still at stake. Swift had 1,049 yards rushing in his first season with the Eagles and was listed out with an illness. Smith had 81 catches for 1,066 yards but is sidelined with an ankle injury. Slay, a starting cornerback, hasn't played since he had arthroscopic knee surgery in December. A 6-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle, Cox was not listed on any injury report this week and was resting up for the playoffs. Giants quarterback Tyrod Taylor left late in the first quarter with a thumb injury, but he returned after missing a series. Wide receiver Jalen Hurts was knocked out of the game with a hamstring injury.